Bam! We're here going live. Welcome to the show, Pro Se Legal School. We provide the writs that you need to take control to, we provide the writs you need to compel the court to take action. Oh, yeah. So the advertising people, whatever, they've been having a hard time with the writ of mandamus and me saying it controls whatever. So I already done my research and they say it compels the court. So that's what I said. That's what we say. And they had to let that slide. They even sent them, a link to the thing saying what the writ of mandamus does. But anyway, so welcome to the show tonight, and yeah, we're gonna still talk about that. We got a couple of them that got snatched off the shelf. Bam! In a pretty quick amount of time. And now we haven't even got everything lined up so that everybody can know the options that we have. Okay, but I tell you right now, I can't wait to get the review from the first few that got snatched off the shelf. So, okay, so anyway, let's just get everything pulled up here. One of the things I wanted to show you guys was what the rules look like that they want you to follow. And so we'll see if I can get it pulled up here. I'm going to do a screen share. Yep, there we go. So for the petitioner, well, no, this is habeas corpus. That's not the one that we need. Huh. I think I put the wrong name on that when I copied it up. So for the writ of mandamus, which is what we're talking about tonight, attorneys charge anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000 to put the writ of mandamus together for you. And so the writ of mandamus, the job of it is to force the court to act on what's before the court. So that's what the job of the writ of mandamus is to force the court to act on what's before the court. Okay, so I'm having we down the hole. So we're down the hole. So I'm having a problem trying to, okay. Did your attorney tell you that after they charged you thousands of dollars protecting your rights, doing all of these administrative things in their conventional administrative court based off of statutes and codes that are valid laws? Okay, did your attorney share with you that all of the money that you spent on him or her, going to trial, getting evidence, witnesses, all of the money that you spent doing all of that was worthless if you didn't know how to force the court to rule? The court's going to go over there and stall. Y'all know they're going to stall. they're going to stall. Yeah, okay. So the attorney didn't tell you that after taking thousands of dollars and doing all this stuff and these administrative processes, that the court's not going to do anything until you figure out how to make them. Mm, mm. I wonder how many people's attorney told you that, or how many people even knew that. Okay, so when the attorney prepares the writ of mandamus for you, you get one document. You get one document. Now, remember, the job of the writ of mandamus is to force the court to rule on what you have already filed in the court. And that's why we structured this one first. Well, we have the habeas corpus structured also for Anthony to get him out of jail, but that one's not on the website yet. This one's on the website, ready to go, because everybody in my program, everybody in the program, and now I know what you're thinking, Coach. You got to be crazy. Okay, the regular attorney charges between $3,000 and $7,000 or whatever. And I'm going back to, did the attorney tell you? Okay, I'm not trying to skate the question. I'm just being me. So okay, so here's the deal. Okay, so the cost of what most people would freak out because about the cost. Wait, $3,000 to $7,000 to make the court. After you already no. We're not talking about after you've done that, or maybe we are. I don't know. I don't think it matters if that didn't work for you, and they're still taking your stuff. I'm pretty sure that most of your stuff is worth more than 3 to 5. Now, I've been down the not down that. I've been down the other road of being hauled off and stuck in jail and said I was mentally ill because I wouldn't lie on Carrie Neighbors. She was my wife at the time, and yeah, we went through a lot of stuff to get to where she wrote this book here, Shattered about Corruption, and it's on Amazon bestseller list. It's just a little tiny tad bit about what we went through to get to where we are now. But the attorney didn't tell you, the attorney should have just told you at the gate when you hired the attorney, okay, look, we can go in and file a writ of mandamus and force the court to rule. But then you say, rule on what? The attorney's going to say, well, that's how you make the court work. If it's an honest attorney, he's not going to tell you don't have shit in court that even if they file something, you still got nothing in court because they're in an administrative setting or whatever. And okay, so let us just stay focused here, okay? Because you guys are like getting too far down the road. I know what y'all ass thinking. Did the attorney tell you at the gate that we can file the writ of mandamus? And then, if he did, your next question would probably be, well, what the hell? I mean, if you knew anything, how are we going to file that? How are we going to file the writ of mandamus to force the court to do stuff? Well, that's because in the conventional writ of mandamus, you got one document. That's it. You get one chance. You got one document. And that one document that you're filing in the writ of mandamus is to force the court to rule on what was already filed over her. Y'all stick with me now, okay? Because some of y'all in class ain't with me. So if you invest in the writ of mandamus in mine, okay, wait, let's just stick to theirs. We got one more. If you invest in their writ of mandamus, you got one shot at getting this done, but there's some pitfalls. Y'all ask, no, there's some pitfalls. Well, there's a couple. One is if you invest in a writ of mandamus after you already threw your money away on these attorneys that are supposed to be helping you. Now I'm assuming that it's with them because you wouldn't be throwing away with me. So don't get that twisted. Okay, so if you invest in a writ of mandamus with them, it's the same attorney that you hired at the gate. Why didn't he tell you that you would be? Oh wait, oh, you can't file a writ of mandamus until there's something filed in your case that the court already objected to, and you need to address that. Oh, that's some slick shit the way that's set up. So you have no option to file a lawsuit at the gate if you buy their writ of mandamus. Okay, y'all keep up with me. You don't. And the pitfall is, well, there are several pitfalls, but the main pitfall is if they structured the documents for you that your ass have filed in court right now, that you're forcing them to rule on, I'm gonna let that set in while I take a sip of my tea. Then your ass has no chance. You have no chance to win in a writ of mandamus document that's structured in the conventional sense. Well, okay, I'm gonna take some of that back. If you hire an attorney, I'm gonna say you have no chance to win. I'm just gonna say that. And I'm not talking about if you knew or whatever, in a general sense. And the reason I say that, I know something fell down, but we didn't blow up. So, and the reason I say that is because of the way the conventional system is set up. Not many attorneys or bar attorneys are going to structure a writ of mandamus that contains more than one document. Because if they did, then the chances of them winning would drop drastically. I know. Somebody can tell me if I don't have this right. If they did, the chances of would drop drastically. Now the writ of man. So if you invest in a writ of mandamus, if I invest in a writ of mandamus, I would want to make sure that it contains the firepower that I would need to make sure that I'm not spending my $5,000 dollars. I'm not spending my money in a situation where I'm going to get jammed up. In a situation where I'm going to get jammed up in the red tape. In the red tape. Now, I'm thinking 50-50, 40, 60 chance. I don't know. I like having them give the hell up. And that's how I structure all of my stuff. Because I spent we're in a classroom now. You know, they're making me tone my shit down and be nice. But it's all right. Okay, so the writ of mandamus that's structured by their attorneys, that they, it only addresses, and I don't know, I haven't seen one, so I'm just going by the words that, that I learned. Maybe it don't address shit. I don't know. I haven't seen one. I'm going by what it should address, I guess, from the research that I've done. And whether or not it does, it's really not the question. The question is there's holes in their system, and those holes are pointed out to me, to us, from the real-time feedback from all the people that invest in this program and bring their shit to the table and ask questions in the coaching group at neighbors underscore coach on Twitter. Okay, so let's go down a couple other pitfalls. The one pitfall in the conventional mandamus that you pay $3,000 to $7,000 for is that if you hire an attorney, then you're going to get shit. I'm just saying. Excuse me. In my opinion, if you hire an attorney to file stuff for you in their conventional system that's not a non-bar, then you're going to get shit. I'm talking foreclosure and criminal defense, third-party debt collections. That's what I'm talking about. And the reason that you're going to get that is because that's the way the system is structured. If the system wasn't structured that way, the writ of mandamus would give you more options. Like the options you get when you get mine. All right? So in my writ of mandamus, after looking at their shit over there, and what I was going to show you guys, after looking at their shit over there, it's obvious to me that the rules that they try to make you follow are the same rules that's not going to help you. Make them quit, make them give up, make them tap out. Oh, coach, I need to win. Your ass can't win. And okay, you need to go to you have a better chance of winning at the damn casino. Okay, I'm just saying. You got a better chance of winning at the casino because maybe those people that went to the casino, maybe they've been there a whole bunch and they already know what they're about to take or whatever, because they're not that smart or whatever. And they see you in there. Maybe you the bone that gets. You got a better chance of winning at the casino. Let me think about it. You go to the casino, you got all this stuff, these people offering you free drinks. You got these good-looking men and women. There's hot guys. I mean, good-looking guys. I'm not interested in it. Come on now. Y'all work with me. Then they'll let you stay in their hotel right up there if you spend enough money. Get the, I don't know, the gold card or the platinum card, one of them cards. I'm just talking from, I listen to commercials. I mean, I don't have a card. Yeah. But that's what happens if you go in doing their stuff. Now, in the writ of mandamus is a crapshoot, and in my opinion, and I'm just going to throw this on the table, okay? Because I got damn opinions like those assholes. In my opinion, if you pay the 3 to 7, okay, it's decided whether your ass wins or not in the judge's chambers. While they're drinking coffee. Come on now, while they're drinking coffee or tea or water. We don't drink nothing stronger. Come on now, come on now. So what are you saying? Now your chances of what win? Oh wait, not winning. Did I say that? Your chance of making them tap the hell out and go sit down just dropped a little bit more. It depends on how strong the coffee or tea was. Work with me here. Because I've been around the damn neighborhood. It also depends on, well, you know, who paid for this shit? Who paid for the coffee or tea? It depends on more shit than that. A couple other things. It depends on whose turn it is. That's the way the attorneys do the shit. I know. I've been no, dude. I've had like 14, maybe 13 or 14 of them that all hate did my. I don't know why they all hated my guts. They call me names. Oh, oh. So if you go in with their stuff, I don't give a damn if it is a writ of mandamus that's supposed to make the court. If you're making the court rule on shit that's defective, oh, usted tienes muchos problemas aquí. You still have a bunch of problems. Okay, because now if the attorney filed the stuff for you, then I'm going to say your chances drop from 60 to like 20. If you made stuff yourself, no offense, and you know, there's a bunch of little things that they put in there to make you, and the statutes for doing all this stuff, and they're not even the statutes. I ain't even gonna. So if you did just the stuff yourself, then I'm okay. I'm just I'm not okay. So I'm not saying this just to suck up. If you did the shit yourself, okay, then you got a higher chance at a damn attorney. Okay, I'm serious. I'm not. Oh, I know. They've been shadow banning my shit on YouTube, and they're all in my face and doing all this. But I'm just telling you, if you did the shit yourself, you got a better chance. You got a higher percentage of making them shut. Now, I'm not saying doing it according to the conventional shit and kissing their ass and all that. Okay, I'm saying even if you did the shit yourself, you had no idea what the hell you're doing. Not a single idea what the hell you're doing. You're still doing better than paying an attorney who's getting paid by them to toss your ass under under the bus. Excuse me. I get a little worked up here because this is, you're still doing a lot better. You're doing better. People make a mistake. You know what? You have no idea. You think making a mistake is something you should be worried about? Are you worried about that when you hire an attorney? You just made a mistake. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have people complain too because they say I laugh and bullshit, whatever. But you know what? When you bring in the fire to the table, you can laugh and play around if you want to. Okay? You can laugh and play around if you want to. Because the people who are here to get shit done, they don't care how much laughing or whatever. Everything's getting changed in the thing so that the shit can get done. Like Coach Frederick here. Thank you for coming to the stream tonight, Frederick. And so the people that maybe there's more, I don't know. I can't see the people here unless you click on the thing and leave a comment. And it's really important that you do that because sometimes I offer a deal. In the last stream I did because there's one person here, and then when I was logging out, 2 or 3 more people tried to log in real fast. Tried to just leave a comment real quick. So, okay, so showing up and leaving a comment is really important because it lets me know that you have value that in coming here. You're here to learn something, and you appreciate what I'm doing. So it's nice to have a comment, just even if it's just a fire and or whatever. And I post these later, and so people can see that when I post them, that there's people here, and so that's how new people assess the value. Which I guess they got to start somewhere, right? Oh, and so, but I found out that that YouTube is shadow banning my channel or something is going on. They're not sending out my notifications when I'm going to have a stream regularly like they should, because some people tell me they don't get them. And then I have a few people that tell me that they didn't get them, but they did because, well, I could tell from the conversation. I don't know what's going on with all of that. I did lose a couple of friends recently. One of my friends that passed away and went to, well, 2 of them passed away, and I'm sure they're both in heaven. One of them is a friend of mine that I knew in high school from, well, my first year. Actually, I met her before I actually was in high school. I was working at the high school before I was actually a high schooler. Yeah, and I found out that she passed away a little while back, and then I had another friend that I met right across the way from my superhero's house off the base, and so the superhero's back, and so I don't have to stay on the base a lot and wear all of that equipment and well, I still carry my gun. When you're in a military family, my dad was a Marine and in the Army, and my uncle, my cousin, my brother, all 3 of my kids are work for the government. So anyway, so I'm happy that my superhero's back. Now, the other person that I lost was, well, one day I was here and there's an elderly lady across the street that made the best freaking, I was going to say freaking tacos. I mean tamales, sorry. They made the best tamales. And this was a few years back. Well, her husband has been struggling. He finally went to heaven. She came over to get my my superhero kid to go over there and help her pick up Cliff from the floor because he missed the bed or something. And so I ran over to help out, and so my superhero kid and I we got this man picked up and put where he needed to be so he could rest for the night. And subsequently, over maybe a 2-week or 3-week period, Cliff and I got to be pretty good buddies. I was the only one that could pick him up from the floor. Yeah, he fell down. One time he just missed the bed. And yeah, anyway, well, he passed away day before yesterday. And so I was actually cooking a big old giant pot of some stuff. Some steak. I was making steak soup that I turned into ramen noodle steak soup because my granddaughter likes ramen noodles, and so does my son. Actually, it was pretty good. But I took it over to them because everybody was gone when I got done cooking it. And, well, you guys know news don't heat up that good. So they had a whole bunch of family members over across the street. Cliff had went to heaven at around 3 something that afternoon. So bless his heart. And, I went over and checked on him every other day just to make sure he was staying off the flow. Oh, yeah, okay, y'all ass know me. That's what I asked him in Spanish if he was. Uh, and it's kind of cool because his family came over. But before he passed, they all came over and thanked me for helping Linda out. And that was pretty cool. I was like, no, my kid. I followed my kid over there. I'm like a mini superhero because I don't like to get shot at, so I ain't trying to be whatever. So anyway, so that was I was kind of sad about losing those two people, but you gotta move on. Yeah, I gotta move on. Okay, so this mandamus thing, what I put together has several documents in it. Because if I'm going to charge anywhere close to what attorneys charge to stop the court process, because that's what I've been saying we've been doing. Now I heard of the writ of mandamus before when I was on my government vacation, but I didn't know anything about it or what it was. And the writ of mandamus, there's actually, in my opinion, from my studies, there are 4. There are only 3 that the court recognizes. I didn't know how to put that. There are only 3 that get that are listed as getting used. No. One of them requires you fill out application to use it. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me right now? One of them requires that you fill out a damn application to use it. Now, that goes back to the beginning of the shit. Okay, sorry. I'm just calling it that. That we talked about at the top of the show. The stuff is structured the way they want or whatever. So the one application is, okay, so the rules that they use for you to put together the writ of mandamus, they want to just like they do with the writ of habeas corpus. They want you to focus on the court process, what happened in court, and they want you to order the court to rule on. But if your document's defective, so what we've done is we've added in our writ of mandamus lawsuit package that comes with several documents. Okay, the first document is the writ of mandamus that you would, but before you file that, you need to get some punches in the face. Okay, before you file that, you need to get some punches in the face. And so to do that, we've included the affidavit of non-corporate existence. This removes you from their so you're no longer in their jurisdiction. And then we included the supplemental pleading. The supplemental pleading is what we use in our non-conventional program to make adjustments in what you filed without asking them for leave of court or kissing their ass. Okay. And the supplemental pleading, you have to add a body account and a body or account, and it has to be connected to the original reason why you were there in the first place. So I just put together one that's kind of generic, so to speak. And it adds the Supreme Court to your claim. Uh-huh. Damn, coach. Oh, the Supreme Court is the corporation, a corporation like Walmart that came up with, they structured the local rules. The Supreme Court in your area structured the local rules that the court is using to throw your ass under the bus with. The local rules are structured to move your shit through there faster and get your ass on out the back door. Now, you can add some other people to the supplemental pleading, if you need to match the federal master judge that made rulings through shit out. You can add them with the supplemental pleading on. You can, dude, you can look at the lawsuit that's in this package and the mandamus, and you can make the supplemental pleading like a whole new damn lawsuit, okay? For the people who got creativity and ain't willing to live with the limitations, okay? Because we don't have no limitations up in her. I'm just saying. Okay, so the supplemental pleading how you correct. Okay, but what if you don't want to correct? Because when you're correcting what you filed already, that's toast. I was going to say trash. Maybe it wasn't trash. Okay. Work with me. You have a more uphill battle to climb. And some people are assholes can get that done or whatever. Okay, and maybe it's personal. Maybe you want to file a supplemental pleading just to take control. It's almost like filing a counterclaim, adding the players to it as plaintiffs and jamming their ass up before you get around to filing your other stuff. Oh wait, you got a writ of mandamus. Oh, you can invest in a writ of mandamus and still do the same shit that you that you do in my other lawsuit packages that I have on the I'm pretty sure you can, because that's the way I roll. Okay. I don't usually have anything this expensive. Okay, but here's the thing. The value is the value. We're on their program, but we're using my shit. Okay. So in this supplemental pleading, in this writ of mandamus, you get a supplemental pleading. You get the writ of mandamus. You get the $200 million counterclaim. Okay. You can do the counterclaim first and do a supplemental plea later. You don't even have to do supplemental pleading if you don't want to. I just threw it in because when I'm charging y'all ass, y'all should be able to have fun. Oh, yeah. That's my guarantee. I guarantee that you're going to have some fun. And I'm going to sip, the $200 million counterclaim. Now, the $200 million counterclaim we use in Anthony's case, the case we're getting out of federal custody. And the value in that is in a counterclaim, in this counterclaim, in my counterclaim, at winningcourtnow.com, in this counterclaim, you're going to add the players, the federal government, the federal judge, the state, whoever, if it started in the state, you're going to add them to your federal $200 million counterclaim as plaintiffs. So in effect, you're adding them to their own shit for $200 million on the table. And what we did in Anthony's case, he got arrested by South Point Casino. So we're jamming their ass up for 25% and a presidential suite for the family. And I'm family now. I don't give a crap about gambling, but I'll sure go eat some food and drink. Have some of them beautiful people serve me drinks and stuff for free because they think I'm. Because wait, maybe they might know. Okay, now I'm gonna dress like an old lady. I don't want to know who I am. They might have me hit out for. Okay, sorry. I need to stay focused. Okay, so the $200 million counterclaim I structured from the $200 million federal lawsuit that we were using, except for when I did a counterclaim, I had to switch it over and make Anthony the defendant all the way through it. It's like, oh Lord, that was a lot of work. So I was smart enough to save it. So that's why that is that. And then you have the $200 million federal lawsuit that you'll be filing in federal court. The federal filing is what controls all of their bullshit. I'm just going to throw it out there right now. Okay. Oh, so you got the mandamus, the writ of mandamus petition, the affidavit of non-corporate existence, the supplemental pleading just to screw with them, the $200 million counterclaim. Oh, I can't keep not times not equals not. Let me put that down right here. Okay. Oh. So, would you say that would be comparable? Would you say that would be comparable to? Oh hell no, 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 it's not. I'm saying it's not because we ain't done. Okay, we ain't done. This package I put together against Anthony out of jail. It's off the chain because we also have a demand for a pre-trial settlement conference. Demand for a pre-trial settlement conference. So the thing that people have to understand is that all the documents that you get from Pro Se Legal School have federal case law and federal acts in them. And state players can't respond to federal case law or federal acts with statutes and codes. Statutes and codes are not valid laws. They're not. They don't have the three elements that the Constitution and the federal civil rights or whatever says, whatever, you know. What are those three elements? Come on, enacting clause, a title, and a body. Statutes and codes do not have enacting clauses, titles, or a body. The enacting clause explains to all of us people from what authority the law comes from and who's subject to following it. And the title and body pretty much speak for themselves. Okay, so the statutes and codes, their enacting clause would be that this is a policy that came from a corporation that has no more power to jam your ass up than Walmart. Okay. Y'all wonder why they shadow banning me. Okay. My best friend said they're shadow banning me, and he's a computer genius and does a bunch of stuff over there. But I don't care. I don't care. We're going to be here doing what we do. All of my videos, all of my playlists, because my YouTube channel is divided into different playlists. My YouTube channel is structured for legal research. You can go there. You can search judge in the thing and pull up all the stuff for judge. Police, pull up all traffic. Pull all of that stuff up. All of those videos have been saved on my website. So when YouTube get done playing around and decide they want to be silly, we'll already be like ready to roll. Oh, this ain't my first rodeo, and I don't like getting punched in the damn face. Okay, so I know we're gonna take a break before I tell y'all what the rest of the package is. Okay, no, I'm just screwing with you guys. Okay, so demand for pre-trial trial settlement is also included in the package, and the last document that and I say that here now, but when I get all done, because I'm still deciding, this is like my premium badass package to stop the court process. So I'm going to make sure that it has everything we need. Now we're not going to argue all this stupid shit, or whatever. Okay, but the last thing that I got in right now in my head on my list, because I got a list. The last thing that I got in my head on my list, well, there are actually two things. Come to think about it. One is the affidavit of state citizenship document and documentation, which is basically the PDF outlining how you need to fill out the passport application so that you can send that shit in and get a new passport showing that you're not a U.S. citizen, your parents are not U.S. citizens, you don't work in the U.S., you don't have shit to do with the U.S. Okay, that document, when you get that little card back, it's like driver's license, whatever. That removes you from their statutory jurisdiction when you get harassed by the police and all that. You pull up as they can't find you. Okay. And we provide that in all of our packages. We're providing that in this package. Now, no, I know. The non-affidavit of corporate existence or whatever is actually a form that's in the court. And it's totally badass. It is totally, you can sue them later just for that. It's totally badass. Okay, but what we're talking about now is what we came up with thanks to Cowboy Ken from California, and there was somebody else from the East Coast who sent the first part. What we're talking about now is what you need to protect yourself now after the shit hits the fan and they start following you around, harassing you, and the police start screwing with you, whatever. And that's or maybe you have this against the police and you're kicking their ass, which So the affidavit of state citizenship is the information that you need how to fill out that passport application to get that passport card showing that you're not a U.S. citizen. There are 2 U.S. citizens, maybe 4 or 9, I don't know. I know about 2. One of them is a straw man that they structured for you. Is your all capital name written on your driver's license, and that's who they're attacking all the time with this bullshit. And the other U.S. citizen is the person that you are that was born in a republic state or one of the states of the United States, or come on now, work with me. Or maybe you were born in another country and you're here. If you're born in another country, you're still not a U.S. citizen even after you come here. Because to be a U.S. citizen, you have to be, you have to be born in a court. Nobody can be born in a fake ass corporation. So there, I'm not that smart. Nobody can be born in a fake ass corporation. So nobody can be a U.S. citizen in the term of a straw man where they can have this fake corporation jam your ass up, and then you can't go to court without having one of them lying ass attorney. Okay, sorry, that's That's a different video. That's a different live stream. Welcome to the show tonight, Dustin. Thank you guys for participating. Did a YouTube video on our channel. That's cool. You have to connect with me later, young man. Winningcourtnow.com. I'll do a YouTube video on your channel. That's pretty cool. What's up, DC? Welcome to the show tonight. And we bringing fire. I'm still hiding out, though. I'm still hiding out. You're welcome, September. Oh, look at you. I think I need a bigger headset. I think it's smashing. It's making my head skinny. Well, you're welcome, man. This is why we're here, to get this done. And you know, I'm still having I just need to know if anybody's attorney told them that that nothing's going to happen with the court unless you file a writ or something. I don't know. Yep. Yeah, they always have a card. Let's talk records. Welcome to the show. You know, one of the things that I wanted to tell you, and I have oh, okay, September. You watching my latest videos that we posted. I posted a bunch of stuff today, and Humera, she's my other website guru, and we have another one now, who don't really want to have her name mentioned on here, but she's the one that's helping us with the website design and make sure that our pages on the website are all set up. So yeah, we've been posting some stuff to make sure that people understand the options that they have, and most people. Okay, so I have people like communicate with me. Oh, coach. Okay, and if you said this to me, don't be offended, because I'm not going to tell your name on the table. Okay, but people tell me, "Oh, coach, my situation is different." No, the situation is not different. You're going to jail, possibly. Are they attacking your property to take the shit from you? Situation is not. Oh, but they got criminal charges. How's that face? With the situation is not different. It's not. The damn situation is not different. It's not different. It's not different because Here, we address the reason why they're able to violate you. The reason why they were able to violate, not what they did. No, that shit is mentioned. Okay, but if you want to go in talking about what they did during their conventional system, and you might as well just go to jail or make a deal or go kiss her or whatever. Okay, I'm just saying. We address the reason why they're able to violate you. There's a huge ass difference where I'm sitting. Why were they able to violate you? I don't know. Okay, sorry. They're able to violate you because your whole life, everything that your ass learned about the legal system is bullshit. I don't know. It wasn't me. And I went through that shit and got locked up. My wife ended up getting convicted 97 months on some two. Everything that you knew about the legal system before you got here was total bullshit. And I tell people, you can't connect none of that shit, whatever. Okay, but see, here's the thing. If you look at this shit from the reason why they're able to violate you instead of what they did, I don't know. When I did that, it was a whole different picture. A whole different picture. Okay. The reason why they're able to violate, okay, what they did. Oh, they're trying to force me to trial. They're trying to force me to sentencing. I'm trying to block I need to block the cell. I need to stop the eviction. I need to no. None of that shit is going to get stopped if you don't address the reason why they're able to freaking do it. And I don't know. I boxed in college in 80 and 81, and I played I played football in 80, 81, then I boxed for several years. I'm not that smart. In the face. I don't like kissing their ass. I don't like taking their shit. I'm just gonna throw it on the table. I don't like taking their shit. So if you know me and you work with me and you don't watch the updated instructional videos and you don't call me and start talking to me about this shit instead of that shit over there, then I'm gonna have a problem because you're wasting my time, and my time getting wasted when there's communication that doesn't have value for both of us. Okay, the communication has to have value for both people communicating, or you got shit. That's just the way I if you understand that we're here to address the reason why they're able to violate you. Oh, well, they have your ass in their administrative court. It's not judicial. Yeah, they're attacking you with their local rules that their Supreme Court came up with, who's this court is sub corporation of the court that came out with the rules. And and the state is the one that's paying them to take your shit and throw your ass under the bus. And I don't have enough fingers to keep doing to keep doing that, okay? The reason why they were able to throw you on the bus. Okay, so what's the reason? Okay, administrative court process, statute, codes, non-violent laws. That shit don't mean nothing to me, coach. Okay, because this is my first time of having them take my shit or whatever, throw me in jail. The reason why they're able to do that to you, okay, that's very powerful in my head. If you understand that, you'll be able to take my stuff and have a lot of damn fun. Okay, because it ain't about winning. The judge ain't gonna say you win shit or whatever. They're gonna do right here. They said that they're gonna stonewall, try to okay. But there ain't no more of that. The reason why they're able to violate you, they move you into the administrative court using their statutes and codes that aren't valid laws. And then they hired the judge. I'm talking about the state, because state's the one paying everybody. The state is the one that is the plaintiff in your shit. The state is the one that's paying these people to take your property, and they're paying the judge. The state's paying, I don't know. Excuse me, somebody tell me if I got this wrong. I'm not that smart. The state's paying the judge, and the judge is getting a pension and a bunch of other free shit for doing, I know my legal team gets mad when I go down this road. Okay, but you know what? If the shit is hot, they can tell me. Mm. The state is the plaintiff. The state is the one that's paying the judge. The state is the one that's paying the sub corporations to beat your ass down or to throw your shit in the yard. The state pays the sheriff department, or to pick your ass up. The state pays the sheriff department or the DEA to lie like they did with Anthony to the casino to get them to arrest your ass because of facial recognition, which is the same shit they put in the. Oh, we're back to the reason why everything comes back to this. The reason why they're able to violate you. The reason they're able to violate your ass, one, because you haven't been educated. Two, possibly, I don't think this would affect the assholes that are here. I mean, the people, sorry. Two, they're able to violate a lot of people because of the fear. They're able to violate a lot of people because of the fear. The reason they're able to violate you, this damn list can go for a while. I'm just going to throw a few more shit on the table, and y'all have to figure out where y'all fall on the thing if you're in this. Hopefully, if you're here, you're not in. The reason they're able to violate, well, because you don't have time to screw with them. You got to get your ass to work. Maybe because you don't have an attorney, so you don't have, the reason they're able to violate you. The reason they're able to violate your ass is because you put limitations on yourself. It's what we're trained to do. We're trained to put limitations on yourself. In school, yeah. Oh, you took the test, you failed. You got an F. Well, maybe what if that shit was stupid? What if you were freaking bored? I'm not saying I was. I wish I was. Just the reason they're able to violate you. Maybe you trusted your friend who went through this. Or maybe you just believe that you can't do this without an attorney. Which don't make no sense to me because it's not too hard to ask people how it went that's going through what you're facing. The reason they're able to violate you, and I'm just going to throw it on the table, because most people aren't willing to do whatever it takes. They're not willing to do whatever it takes. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not. I am an asshole, but I'm not. I'm realistic. We have family members. You have kids that you got to protect. you gotta, you gotta balance, and I get all that, but at the end of the day, a good coach ain't trying to factor none of that shit in nothing. Okay, maybe okay, never mind. The goal is to protect your family and make sure they're still or to make sure that your ass is protected so you can stay out and protect them. Because I already know how that shit goes. To get your ass locked up, then they're going to attack the rest of your family, and then they'll provide them with a very good attorney. Yeah, I laugh, but you know what what my wife went through. Okay, it's part of my therapy for why I do what I do. I guess that would be something that I can. The reason why they're able to violate you. Okay, sorry, I wrote that down, and, and I'm stuck on that. But I'm going to move forward. The writ of mandamus, right? Whether it's a foreclosure defense or fighting the writ of mandamus, and this is just from my education over the last period of time. I didn't want to say how long because it might drop it down to like 25 cents an hour alone. Okay, so the writ of mandamus orders the court to make a ruling on what's before the court. So, it doesn't really now in my head in the conventional program. This is a good question, September. In the conventional program, it wouldn't matter. One will cover everything because they're not addressing the reason why they were able to violate. Okay, sorry. I I okay, but I'm keeping it real. Okay, they're not able to address the reason why. Okay, but in my head, when I get this first package rolling out the door, I get a few reviews. Then each of the packages are going to be tailored for the situation. Now, what I mean by that, you stop the court process, you stop the court process. The reason why they're okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. I'm just gonna leave that alone from now on. Okay, so you stop the court process, you stop the court process. Okay, and they're conventional shit because you only get one document. But in my shit, you're gonna get I don't know 6 or 7 or 8 documents. I don't know what the total, maybe 7 of or whatever. I don't know. So you need to you need to get the document if you're facing the foreclosure situation or you have a property management business or you're entrepreneur or a coach or whatever. Okay, then you're going to need to make sure that you get what you need to take care of the situation. So we're going to tailor this writ of mandamus for foreclosure offense. I hate the word defense. I played on defense in college and football or whatever it is. But you know what? When you're doing this other shit, you don't need defense if you blow the ass out the water, like way before it's time to do shit. So that's right. So each of we'll have a mandamus for each of the lawsuit packages that we have on the website because the whole goal of what we're doing here, and I've been talking shit, is to stop the court process. Now, I had no idea that you can pay an attorney for a very long period of time, all of your money and shit, and some people even sign over their property to them, and you have no chance of getting the court to rule on a damn thing unless you come with this shit. Another three to oh. Okay, so I'm like, okay, I don't like to work that hard. Okay, I'm just going to throw it on the table. I don't like to work that hard, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes to kick ass and be where I need to be. And if I can do that without working hard, that seems pretty smart to me. But that's just my theory in my head. It hasn't worked out. It hasn't worked out like that yet, but I think it will soon. With all of you guys subscribing, sharing my stuff, making sure that you leave a comment or whatever when we're having a stream, and you're welcome, September. If you invest in the program and you go to the coaching over at neighbors underscore coach, and you have a question, the first thing, if I don't recognize your name, the first thing I'm going to ask you is what your YouTube name is. Uh-huh. So the people who come here and ask questions and let me see their asses are here, those are the people that, they get the check down. Yeah, the check down. The check down is when you do a check down from the rule to try and help them or something like that. Oh yeah, I know it's that's the way it is. If you're here and you're supporting what we're doing, then yeah, you get the check down. If you communicate with me later and there's a situation and you have questions and you can't, it's not getting done in whatever in the coaching group, whatever. The check down is, well, you've been coming here because I have a lot of people. So I have some kind of way, like Deion Sanders does his kids, Not that you guys are my kids because I'm not that old. Some of y'all ass almost old to me. But we gotta have the check down. Now, for me and my kids, the check down used to be, and I have these three superheroes right here. And then, well, our family, because these guys did our family did foster care, so we have 28 other kids, 1, 2, or 3 at a time. Okay, so the check down is the check down to the next best thing. Not all of the things that you want. Check down to the next best thing. So if you communicate with me and you've been here, you've helped, you've been participating, whatever, and you have a situation, and I do the check down, and the check down works out that you've been here or whatever, then there's a good chance that we're going to spend a little bit of time communicating and figure out if we can help you get this rolling, even though it's not within the rules of the thing, of the stuff. Damn, did I just say not to follow the rule? If you okay, I can't point to the side of. If you're over here leaving a comment, then I know you're here, and then the check down could work for you. Well, that's good. I don't use anything from the Court of Appeals because it's. Appreciate that though, September, but I don't really use too much stuff from their conventional system. If our people in the Court of Appeals, you messed up somewhere along the way and they got to jump. Oh, I see. Well, good for you, man. We don't really have nobody going through the Court of Appeals over there. Well, I mean that's great that you're suing all those people. Tonight we're going to talk about what I wanted to talk about tonight because that's what everybody came to hear about. Double-edged sword, foreclosure, eviction, defense. I bet you D. I don't know about the double-edged sword, TC. You know, you know, if you're keeping it simple, now my stuff is not for tenant defense, and this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how people limit themselves with the words and the terminology that these assholes use to lock your ass into where they need you to be so they can finish your ass off with their fake ass statutes and codes. There, I said it. Okay, so and you know, you and I we talked about this, and I'm kind of disappointed you still haven't caught on here yet. Or, well, I know you said you're going to wait to make your investment or whatever, but okay, so dude, if you're looking at this from foreclosure, eviction, hybrid defense, hybrid UD tenant, uh, uh, I don't know, marriage, divorce, credit card, whatever. None of that shit matters, man. If you're going in to stop the court process, none of that matters. Now, landlord, tenant, or whatever, there's no defense in my program. You're on offense because you're addressing, and I said I wasn't going to say this again, you're addressing the reason why they're able to violate you. If you're addressing the reason why they're able to violate you, none of that shit on the screen matters. None of it matters. They're coming after you with a statute or a code, or maybe it's a rule or a check down from that shit. I don't know where eviction shit is. I know it's pretty low down the list, and we talked about this. Now I don't do eviction stuff, and I don't really because people, stupid people think, oh, well, he said this or whatever. What I do is TPO stops the damn court process, and so that's what we do. I don't understand why people think, okay. The other thing is, I've already explained to everybody several times, okay, that you can file higher court case law in the lower court. You can file Supreme Court case law in any of the lower courts. You can file federal court case law in the lower, but you can't respond to higher court case law with statutes and codes because statutes and codes are bullshit. They're non-valid laws. You can't respond to statutes and codes with non-valid laws that are bullshit. Sorry, I keep saying that. You can't. I don't understand why it's so hard for people to get this shit in their head. Okay, so if I invest in the package from Pro Se Legal School, the first document that I file in the state court crushes their ass and it's a wrap because we address the reasons why they're able to violate you. I'm going to have to say this shit every time I have a live stream until people start fucking getting the reason why they're able to violate you. That's what we address. Mm-hmm. So, foreclosure, eviction, regular foreclosure, non-judicial foreclosure, HOA foreclosure, judicial foreclosure, tax lien foreclosure because you took out a goddamn freaking payday loan. None of that shit matters. It doesn't matter, one, because the statute they're using is bullshit. Two, because we start out with the reason. Okay, we start at the gate over there at the gate with the reason why. So when you start at the gate, we don't even get to none of this stuff. Because when you start at the gate, you're suing all of the people that are lined up to rule against your ass. You added the state, the government, the judges getting paid, conflict. No, we already went over all that. It's so hard for people to understand. Okay, until you get your deed out of their office, they're gonna keep screwing with you. Stopping the sales, not getting your deed out of the office. You're not gonna get shit from them until you sue them. And the criminal shit, criminal statutes and non-valid laws don't have enacting clauses, titles, or bodies. They don't have anything that's and there's no injured party. The government cannot be a damn injured party in any shit unless you do some shit like, I don't know, attack the goddamn Harry S. Truman or something. Like the Houthis tried to do. And if you do that, it's really bad because that does not work out for anybody. The reason why they're able to violate you is a huge difference. Okay, Robert. You look pretty cool, like some kind of doctor in there with your white thing on. Welcome to the show tonight, young man. Well, it does more than that. You know, the actual document, the writ of Mandamus document compels the court to take action. And so now, if you read their watered down shit, it says it compels a higher court or whatever. But we ain't going for none of that shit. I've done my homework on it. It compels the court to take action. Okay, so the compensation, the judge to adhere to the compensation part, and is going to come if you get in my package, because then you're not going to have to worry about having defects that are going to get your shit thrown out. And that's why I made it. That's why I made it a whole package with like seven different documents that come in it. So thank you guys for the value of sharing your time. I was hoping that Carrie would make it here tonight, but I'm sure she's probably busy and she's got her own life. I still promote a book here, Shattered by Corruption. You guys can get it on Amazon. It's a bestseller. And we will see you guys in the next live stream. I'm going to be posting that video tomorrow. And I'm going to show you what I wanted to show you today, which was the outline and all of the instructions that they provide for you if you wanted to do your own writ of mandamus in their conventional sense. Then you'll better see the value in what we're doing over here. Now, thank you, Frederick. Coming to the table with more fire 24/7. Okay, I'm hungry now. You guys made me hungry. I got to go get something to eat.